This is Tyhson Banighen. This is the Healing Hour, and I'm with you for the next half hour. And Merlinda couldn't get on for whatever reason. We had technological problems. So next Monday, which is New Year's Eve, we are going to repeat the show. So come and join us then. And we're going to be talking about the Egyptian technique to clear your heart. All right, we have our first phone call. But you are live on the Healing Hour right now. We're live.
Okay.
We're live on Facebook.
Okay.
So if you could tell everybody what they can expect next
Oh,
Monday.
I would love to. Yeah. We my program has to do with opening the seals to the heart using patterns and behaviors that we come in with sometimes through our DNA and repeat them. And so I have studied a very ancient Egyptian healing technique to open the seals. And what I mean by that is the trauma that resides in the heart. In order for us to fully express ourselves and fully be in our glory, we have to open our heart. And so this program that Tyhson and I will be doing next week is about that. It is about what it takes to open the heart, any of the Egyptian healing techniques that I have used for probably like 15, 20 years now, and looking at our ancestry and our DNA and seeing what attributes that do come down our DNA line, and we always have a choice to transform anyone that we, don't really like. So anyway, it's really exciting. I was gifted with manuscripts from Egypt. I have 600 pages of writings from Seti, who was an English clairvoyant, and she, in my manuscript that I was gifted with, she talks about the early Egyptian healing and what the early Egyptians did. And it was all about the heart and all about intention and helping one another when two or more are gathered, when helping one another come together to open that and to release or transform these patterns that may not be something that we need or want anymore. On the other end, it is also about embellishing these wonderful attributes that we do have, and also our own personal soul that comes in to activate and to, activate our gifts through the heart.
So what about group souls? A lot of people say that we are here on behalf of our soul group, and that some people believe that they're on a mission, or they're on a clearing journey on behalf of their ancestors. And what you're saying is that I think, if I understand correctly, that may be true, but there's a way in which you can clear that ancestral baggage, leaving the positive and clearing out the negative. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's all energy. And of course, we can transform anything with the desire to do it and the clarity of what I believe, what attribute or what pattern, by naming it. And it isn't just our own DNA, of course. It is a soul group. It is people who come in with, wanting to clear their past lives. That is just as valid. And looking at the patterns that they have demonstrated in this lifetime, to decide. It's all about trauma. it's all about PTSD. I mean, I truly believe we all come in with varying degrees of post-traumatic stress.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that it's something that we learned or picked up from our culture, from all the trauma that is around us, and that all the precautionary notes that we're told as we grow up, and the way we're indoctrinated in schools. But really, we want to get back to our soul essence, our true nature, which is unburdened by that. So that's why I think when many children come through, they look like little Buddhas, because they're totally unencumbered by all this. They're innocent and pure and still connected to source. And while we pick up this baggage from wherever, we have the right to put the baggage down and decide we don't want to carry it anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a really fascinating tool to use people's DNA if they know it, because their ancestry. Because more times than not, they find that they are the recipients of a lot of these patterns. They didn't all of a sudden decide, hey, I really want to be an alcoholic, or wow, I really want to go to war and kill people, or I don't believe that. I believe that emotions come down and can come down, our collective DNA,
Right.
our collective unconscious, like you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And then in the Bible, it says the sins are our forefathers. So, at some point in our lineage, we need to clear it, not only for ourselves, but for our ancestors and our descendants. So, what could be better than that? You do the work and you get to clear the whole lineage.
Yeah, and it is. I agree with you. The environment, nurture and nature, I mean, it is our environment that certainly helps to formulate that. So it is a collective. And a lot of it is the collective unconscious, because people aren't aware that they're following these patterns and behaviors. They just do it automatically.
Yeah.
And
they're on remote control.
Right. Because it's so easy to do that. You know what I mean? It's like you don't really have to think about it, or maybe someone down the line, a teacher told you, oh, that's your personality, you're just going to be doing that forever, which is not true,
Right. Well, some of us, like yourself, have incarnated to be part of the planetary cleanup crew. So that's part of cleaning up the DNA of Mother Gaia as well, and also of our collective unconscious. So that's the bigger or the upper level, or another level to clearing our DNA and our planetary DNA, so that the ascension can occur. So that's part of it as well, right?
Exactly. I wrote this paper. Jean Houston is a friend of mine, and she asked me years ago if I would write a paper on America's miasms or America's PTSD. Just using America,
right,
or Canada, right?
So what is a miasma?
Yeah.
Could you tell people what a miasma is?
Miasm is a word I came up with for trauma that gets passed down the DNA line, again, whether it's your own personal family DNA line or a collective, world DNA line, that trauma has never been dealt with. I call that a miasm.
Right.
So it goes into the heart, as the early Egyptians believed, and it seals the heart off so that we're using only a portion of our heart potentiality. But we can shift this at any point. That's the thing. So the Egyptians believed that the heart is the true source of our memory. Our head, our mind, certainly comes into play, but it follows the heart.
Yeah,
So if the heart isn't really fully open, if that trauma that we are recipients of or that we incur in our own life, that can be shifted. In other words, either way, we're not really, when we have those seals, and the early Egyptians in the pyramid text and the Book of Gates, all of this talks about that. And this isn't something I just decided. It's something that is very, very real. And when we realize that we can shift it, we can shift that trauma into what we want through the conscious decision to open the heart and work with another, then I truly believe collectively on this planet we will be much better off.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's important to note that the technology of transformation or sensing technology was very much alive and well within the Egyptian era, and that's what all the pyramids were about, and that process is really what you've been learning about. So part of the ascension process is clearing the trauma, both individually, collectively, societally, culturally, planetary wise, in order to free our hearts so that we realize that we are one, which is a vibrational frequency that allows us to up level and experience the world that we live in, or even actually create the world we live in a brand new way, or a way that we're not aware of. And that's what's called the ascension technique. That's why this technique that you're bringing forward from the ancient past and the modern is so important.
It is key. It really is, because we all have that choice. And I think that that is the thing that is so encouraging, that it's all energy, and that if we have the desire, if we have the heart's desire to shift it and, bring our spirit into alignment with our heart, then our soul purpose can be realized.
Absolutely.
In other words, the Egyptians, they divided it into our Ka bodies, which are our spirit bodies, and then our heart. But if our heart isn't open, if we don't have the myrrh, and I'm going back to the Merkaba, if we don't have the myrrh, which in ancient Sumerian is heart's desire, then it's not going to happen. Like, we have to want it.
Yeah, we have to want it. And the exciting thing is that you and I are planning an event this spring, which has to do with doing this on the collective level, which is bringing people together to learn how to open their hearts as a collective, right here where I live in the Sacred Shuswap. And so this is an announcement, a clearance call for those that feel that they are part of the planetary transformation process, that feel that they're old souls or even new souls, but maybe they're part of the rainbow children's, or know that they have certain gifts, or that they're here for a particular reason, or they know that they're on a mission from God, or they feel that they need to learn to find their tribe. Any of those feelings are indication that probably you're the type of person that would want to come to what is called the gathering of the eagles. And the eagles is those that are coming together, like eagles do gather at certain times of the year. These are the eagles, or the like-minded people that are coming together here in the Sacred Shuswap, which is a high energy area, which is some say is a safe zone. Another way of saying it is it's a stargate or a portal, because of an ancient volcano that's located here called Mount Ida that some call the pyramid. And working in this energy field and opening our hearts to the heart of the landscape diva, collectively we will receive a download and be able to then experience this whole process of clearing trauma on a higher level, which will also then help all of the beings on, particularly in North America, because it's one of the 32 sacred sites of activation on for North America. So doing ceremony here and learning how to do ceremony here is really critically important. So we're hoping that you'll come and learn these techniques. And guess what? You'll now be able to know how to do this so you can take it home and activate your landscape. So, yeah.
Exactly. And it's absolutely, even though I do live in Santa Fe, New Mexico, I was just visiting Tyhson, and it is just a beautiful, absolutely safe, very loving. Mount Ida is one of the three Mount Idas. There's three in the world, and it means Mountain of the Goddess. And I mean, it's just beautiful where we're talking about doing this.
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, the Shuswap that we're talking about, which is the central nervous system where the Kundalini rises up, which is part of the whole Egyptian activation process, is to raise the Kundalini. But of course, that's a Eastern mystical term, but it's still the same process. And the left parasympathetic activation is Ida, and the right one on the right side is Bengali. So it also relates to our inner activation of the divine feminine within us. So Mount Ida is not only part of the parasympathetic nervous system for North America, where the Rockies are the Shuswap or the central nervous system. She also has the ability to help us connect to the divine feminine inside of us, so that we can experience that inner fire that comes from the divine marriage of the divine feminine and divine masculine, which will be part of what you're teaching as well, right?
Absolutely, yes. It is about the coming together. But, I mean, and it is about the connection to the earth, Gaia, the mother. I believe that the fact that Mount Ida is there and is on that beautiful lake that you're on, I believe that all the elements are there for the healing to happen. Yes, that's what I do, definitely. It is about the intention of helping one another to pass through to the place where they really are absolutely in their heart's desire, and they can manifest it, you know, without distortion or distraction. Yeah, I definitely would love to have people, you know, do this work.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you that are interested and you know that you're part of this clarion call, we're going to be gathering on the 24th of May and coming together on that Friday. And then ceremonially we'll start probably that evening, continue through Saturday the 25th and 26th, and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday on the 25th and 26th of May, and probably wrap up things on the Monday the 26th. Although there'll be other activities for those that want to stay on and have more time. There'll be opportunities to both camp and tent. For those that want to camp, it's important to book your camping site early, and it would be, if you Google Herald Park in British Columbia, that's where you'll get to stay. It's right on the lake. You know, hark the herald angels sing. The Herald family name is very, very powerful there. It's an angelic point in the landscape to talk with the angelic kingdom. So you'll be sleeping right in, embraced by the angelic energy. So book ahead of time. There'll be some spaces to tent also at our place down the road, and we're 15 minutes away. And also there'll be some places to park your RVs or Winnebagos or campers. So, but that's on a first come, first serve basis. And then there's also a motel just down the road. So, but I'm sure it will fill up rather quickly, but there's always room for one more. So if nothing else, bring a tent, a sleeping bag, and we'll take care of you.
And bring someone else too.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, bring a loved one.
You know, bring a loved one so that we can really work on, you know, couples or a person that you really love that, you know, you want to help and that person wants to help you. That would be perfect. Bringing that, you know, having another.
Absolutely.
If you don't, that's fine. But you know,
you could bring your whole tribe.
Bring someone else.
You could bring your whole tribe.
Yeah, bring your whole tribe. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, this is the time.
Heed the call.
Yeah, this is the time we've been waiting for. This is the time. So yes, we'll be doing ceremony. We'll be doing Mayan Morning Star Medicine Wheel ceremony. You'll learn how to do Mayan ritual. You'll learn how to contact and work with landscape angels. You'll be staying and learning underneath the heart chakra, which is Mount Bastion, right where I live. And you'll be looking out over the lake to Mount Ida, which is the Sphinx in the landscape. And also where we will be located is a fairy ring just off into the Lake Shuswap. So we're in a really high sacred area, and we'll be able to climb up just behind where we'll be gathering to the ceremonial place where we can connect with the heart chakra of Mount Bastion. And if you are a drummer, then bring your drum and your rattles and your shakers and your rattle and rollers, and because we're going to be doing drumming as well. So that will be part of it as well. So come to have a good time, and we'll be doing collective food and be sharing in the cleanup and cooking and all of that. It will be a communal experience.
And I can really attest to this beautiful, beautiful place that Tyhson and his wife live on. It is so beautiful and so connected, and you're absolutely right about doing the ceremonies with the trees. That is an ancient, morphic resonance with people with thousands of years ago, honoring and doing altars to the trees. And because we are, we are a human example of the tree. We do similar things. So the landscape is key right now.
Absolutely. So do put it in your calendar and make the necessary plans to come and visit us here in the Sacred Shuswap in May 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th for the Gathering of the Eagles. And I don't know whether Menno Paul's book is available, but there is a book written on this area called The Gathering of the Eagles. And I don't know if you can locate it online, but we'll make sure that we have some copy of it here when you arrive, and maybe we can get some copies together to send out to the people ahead of time so that they know what this is all about. But basically it is a safe zone, and when you're in a safe zone in nature, it allows you to feel safe in your body, and you'll be able to open up your own heart and connect to the heart of Mother Earth.
Exactly, yes. And I'm sure that we can, have access to Menno's The Gathering of Eagles. And this is the place that he and others truly believe that is the gateway to, other dimensional, to the star systems and to different portals. And, we have to jump off somewhere.
Yeah, this is a stargate.
Might as well be a beautiful place.
Right. Yes, and this will activate the stargates, which are the chakras within you, which is what Merlinda teaches also, how to clear those chakras, which are all stargates. And of course, each stargate has a matching stargate in the landscape, so you'll learn how to match your Stargate with the landscape Stargate, so you'll be up-leveled to be able to do interdimensional Stargate travel in your Merkaba. So what could be better than that?
Sounds great. It's so great. I already have some people here in New Mexico and Santa Fe and in New York or Connecticut that are already excited about coming, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be profound.
Yeah, I think so too.
Profound gathering.
All right, it's near the top of the hour. We're going to wrap this up very shortly. We will be back next Monday at the same time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. This will be instead of the Tuesday, a regular healing hour call, but this will be for the New Year's Eve call, and we'll be going deeper into this whole technique of transformation for your heart. And we're hoping that you'll have an opportunity to phone in on our toll-free number or join us on Zoom and get your questions answered. So we get you nice and clean and clear and your heart wide open to experience the most that you can be in this new year of 2019. So until then, we're going to sign off now, and we want you to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. See you next week at 3 p.m.
Right. Happy holidays.
Yes.
It's a beautiful time of year, right after the solstice, and I do believe things are clearing up for us, and it's a beautiful opportunity to seize the moment and to be who we came here to be.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Tyhson.
You're welcome. And don't forget to honor the Christ within you today, being Christmas Eve, and birth the Christ within you, within your own manger, your own heart. So bye for now.
Bye-bye.
The Healing Hour, brought to you every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the show, you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-dowsing. The Healing Hour is live on Facebook, hosted by the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy and sponsored by the Facebook page, The Healing Arts Academy. Produced by The Wellness Show, and until next Tuesday, same time, same place, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.